morning as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Washington football team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. 2nd and 6. Newton now to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And this try was definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Akers. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Marshall, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey, and it'll bring up third down. Darnold from the gun. Anderson a first down and more. And down to the 19-yard line. A couple of former Jets. Darnold to Anderson. First down, Carolina.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Rolling to his right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. Got a man. It's Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
J.C. Horn, the first defender taken back in April. There on the stop defensively. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll toss this right side to Cam Akers. Dodges him at the 50. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
20.
From the 50, Newton. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Newton on first down. And that's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 for Mike, boy. 56. Shot 56.
Throwing again is Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On first down, Newton. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Newton. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's go.
To throw is Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Akers. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 2nd and goal. Newton looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 28-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd down and 7.
He can't hang.
Back to throw, Darnold. Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come here.
They fake the give. Newton. Flushed out right. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
20. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Here we go. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Newton. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
47 is the
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check, 47. Don't get nervous. 47's the mic, 47's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 4, check 4.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Off play action, Newton. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Right 33. Check 56. Hey, here we go.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Darnold completes it, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 16, Darnold finds the open target, Arnold. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Ricky. Tight dog.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every foul.